But in the last 3 months of your preparation, you start planning, you start selecting the chapters you want to study, the subjects you want to study, you start planning in a very smart and efficient way. I can guarantee you that you'll get a 97.927 percentile even with just 2 subjects. What's up, boys and girls? I'm Nikhil. I cleared both my JEE Mains and JEE Advanced in 2020, and just recently I got a seat in a 983 for Instrumentation and Control Engineering. So this is about the journey during the 2 years of my preparation, and the point that you should be taking from this is that the last 3 months of your preparation carries more weightage than the initial 1.5 years of preparation. The initial 1.5 years of your preparation, you can be an absolute genius, but in the last 3 months, if you start taking your exam lightly, I'll guarantee you that you'll flop in your exam. Even though you were an idiot in the initial 1.5 years of preparation, but in the last 3 months of your preparation, you start planning, you start selecting the chapters you want to study, the subjects you want to study, you start planning in a very smart and efficient way. I can guarantee you that you'll get a 97.927 percentile even with just 2 subjects. You think I'm bluffing? No, I am the live example here. I scored 99.2 percentile in physics, 98.6 percentile in chemistry, and 76 percentile in maths. This 76 percentile, you know where it came from? Just answering 4 questions, which fetched me 16 marks. The chapters were actually 3D geometry, differential equation, statistics, and mathematical reasoning. So this is actually the power of planning. I concentrated on 2 subjects that I knew more than starting a new subject, entirely different subject. From 8 to 2:55 I had school, from 2:55 to 4 was traveling time, 4 to 4:30 I had my break, 4:30 to 5 I would study. 5 I had to leave because my coaching institute classes was from 5:30 to 8:30. So 5 I would leave, half an hour traveling time, 5:30 I would reach there. Class was there up to 8:30. So I had 3 hours of classes for 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. And then after 8:30 to 9 was again traveling, 9 to 9:30 will be my dinner time. And then from 9:30 I'll start studying up to 12, maximum 12:30. So when actually 9:30 is the time, my friends stop studying. From 5 to 9:30 they study. I start at 9:30. You see the difference here. My self-study time is very less. So I had only 3 days free. That is on Wednesday and Saturday and Sunday. On these 3 days, I actually understood the importance of time here. I didn't get time on other 4 days. So on these 3 days, I would put my maximum effort. On Saturday and Sundays, I would go for 12 hours or 14 hours a day. This my friends knew. So one thing that I didn't have during this period was consistency, and I had this natural tendency to concentrate on my board exams more than my JEE mocks. In fact, I used to skip my JEE mocks and study for my board exams. So obviously I didn't care about the marks I scored in the few JEE tests I wrote. My entire perspective towards the JEE exam changed in September 2019. Here, I voluntarily took the decision to write a JEE full syllabus mock test, and here I scored -4. I scored -4 out of 300. I'm telling you now, if I had scored a 60 or 70, I wouldn't have taken JEE so seriously. I want to tell you something here. This wave of seriousness. The earlier the wave of seriousness hits you, the better you score in your exams. But this actually is accompanied by panic. What you should do is that you should not allow this panic to stay in your mind for more than 1 or 2 days. Otherwise, it can ruin your entire preparation. Your thought process should not be, oh shit, I have so much of syllabus left. What will I do? It should be, I have 3 months of time left. What can I do in those 3 months? Now, generally when you get -4, one of my friend, he came to me, he said, bro, you work twice as hard as much as I do, right? But look at your marks. I think you can't clear the exam. Now I had 2 options. Either sit down, cry, take the easier route out by not studying, or I could prove myself that I could do it. I don't know why, but my mind automatically went for the second option. I wanted to prove myself. After that class, I came home, sat down at my desk and started analyzing his statement. His statement consisted of 2 parts. The first part said, bro, you work twice as hard as much as I do. That statement was true. That's why it hurt me. And the second statement was, bro, you can't clear the exam, was completely absurd. Neither was he my examiner, neither was he setting the question paper. Only after I write my exam will I know whether I can clear or not. So I just threw away the second part of the statement and I just concentrated on the first part of the statement. Now I asked myself the question, why? When I asked myself that question, I understood my first mistake was that I didn't have a copy of the syllabus. I was spending more time on those chapters, on those topics in those chapters that were never asked, than concentrating on those chapters from which 2 or 3 questions were asked. My second problem was that I didn't know my exam. Here, what do you mean by knowing your exam? For example, if you have seen the 2019 and 2020 January and April question papers, you will know that one question is definitely asked from electromagnetic waves, one question is asked from statistics, one question is asked from mathematical reasoning, and you'll know 2 questions are asked from electrostatics, 1 question is asked from current electricity, Two questions can be asked from magnetism and matter. I'll put this entirely in a different video. This is what I mean by knowing your exam, which is from which part of the syllabus questions are asked, which part of the syllabus is important, which is not important, what subtopics from the chapter are asked, what subtopics in the chapter are omitted, what are the special topics for JEE Mains, for example, damping of oscillation, SHM, polarization and diffraction in wave optics. They're all additional topics. So confirm one question will be asked from there because they are not going to be asked in the JEE Advanced. This was the second thing called knowing your exam. And then I have one special point here. I think this is an equation here. Greater the risk you take, greater are the chances that you'll succeed. So what I did was, I had 3 months time, I had lot of syllabus to complete. So I took this decision to stop going to school. At that point of time, my school was keeping pre-board exams, revision exams. Now that day I had too much of pressure because now if I don't get good marks in JEE Mains, my teachers will scold me, my parents will scold me, and I would have lost important time to prepare for my boards. Correct? When you're following this statement, never keep a second option. Never think I'll do better in my JEE Mains April. Forget about JEE Mains April and forget about it board exams. You have set one target. If you don't achieve that, you'll fall so low, it will be very difficult to get up again. So once you take this amount of risk, think about that for a day. All those negative thoughts will come the first day when you take about this risk. But try your maximum to control those negative thoughts. Think, I have 3 months time. I don't care about what I'll get in my exam, but I'll study. I'll study my maximum. I want to know my potential, how much risk I can take, how many hours can I study. And for this thing, for the last 2 months, 2 or 1.5 months, I slept only for 4 hours a day. I didn't go to school and I slept only for 4 hours a day. I wanted to have more time, so I started to reduce my sleep time. Such risks will really guarantee you success. If you want to score more than 97.9 percentile, please keep visiting my channel. I'll roll out a series of videos that will help you do so. Thank you for watching.